Howdy, everyone. Welcome to Wobblin Jaw Sports. If you're new around here, hope I can get you to consider to like the content and subscribe to the channel. But if you're a regular around these here parts, thank you very much for the continuous support. Alternatively, if you are coming in via the All Out Club, thank you very much for the support. And please, everybody, follow, like, and subscribe to all social media platforms that have Wobblin Jaw Sports and the All Out Club. On the 14th of May, 2025, the NRL announced the 6 teams that would participate in the 2026 Las Vegas games. 9 months later, we've had to live through the off-season. We've counted down the days. And now finally, inside the next 5 to 10 minutes, season 2026 will kick off, and boy, howdy, are we excited. Are we freaking happy? And to help me commentate on this contest between the Newcastle Knights and North Queensland Cowboys is Dor from the All Out Club. Bro, we've done it, and now we're here.
Yes, we are here. We are here. The first game of the NRL season, Sam. I cannot wait, my friend. Cannot wait. It is going to be a belter.
Now, what I'll do is bring up the team list and we'll quickly fly through that as we see Newcastle Knights on the screen getting ready to enter out onto Allegiant. And I'll get you to go through the Newcastle Knights, Dor.
Yeah, so the Newcastle Knights, Kalen Ponga, the captain at the back. The wingers are Dominic Young and Greg Marzu. The centers are Dane Gagai and Bradman Best. The halves, surprisingly, Fletcher Sharp in at jersey number 6 and Dylan Brown, the new multi-million-dollar signing there at halfback. Jacob Saifidi and the new man from the Raiders, Trey Mooney, are the props. Phoenix Crosland is the hooker. Dylan Lucas and the very talented Jermaine McEwen are the second row. Matt Croker is the change that we talked about in the last stream. He is the man that comes in to start at lock. Tyson Frizzell then reverts to our now 6-man bench of Frizzell, Smith, Kant, Solo, and Hunt, as well as Francis Manu Lalua. So we wish them all the best, and they are coached by their new coach, Justin Holbrook. Sam, take us through your Cowboys, my friend.
Yes, so just before I do, the odds for this game, the Cowboys are the favourites, and the away team for this game, $1.64. The Newcastle Knights are $2.27. So they have come in by approximately 40 cents since the odds were first brought out. Now, the Cowboys lineup. The back three, Scott Drinkwater, Braden Burns, and Murray Taulagi. The centres, a very young centre pairing in Jackson Purdue and Tom Chester. The halves, Jake Clifford and Tom Dearden. Tom Dearden wearing the number 7 jersey this afternoon. The forward pack, Hess, Tamalolo, and his first grade debut for the Cowboys, Reed Marnie at hooker, who is believed to play the full 80 minutes this afternoon. The back row, Lukey, McIntyre, and Ruben Cotter. The interchange, Sonny Luke, Thomas McKaylee, Kai O'Donnell, Griffin Neame returning from injury a little bit earlier than expected, Matt Lodge, and Robert Derby. Now, Dor and I, particularly Dor, believes that Robert Derby has been brought in from the reserve side to be on this 6-man bench because there was a hamstring complaint by Murray Taulagi over the past couple of days, so he might be there for a break glass in case of an emergency situation for Mr. Robert Derby. I just want to say hello to everybody that is starting to trickle into the chat now. There's approximately 13 of yous. Mum's come in and said, "G'day, Aaron from Westlife Podcast. Thank you very much." Jacoba reckons 40 points to the North Queensland Cowboys. Jason Reeder says Cowboys 13 plus. We've got TQPIND. Anyone, anytime try scorer for Dearden and Young and Scott Drinkwater. And Jason Reeder says grand final predictions is Roosters Broncos. Well, we'll talk about Roosters Broncos on another day because this is the very first game for the 2026 NRL season between the Newcastle Knights and North Queensland Cowboys. Dor, who are we tipping here this afternoon? How do you see this game going?
Cowboys. Cowboys 1 to 12.
You reckon just 1 to 12? Yep. Okay, then.
I think Newcastle have got some good signings, Sam. So that's why it's not a bigger margin. I think the forwards will be dominated by the Cowboys. Here they come, Sam.
Let's go, boys. Looking very, very suave in their white Vegas jerseys. I finally tried one on the other day, and I've got to say, despite me saying that wasn't exactly my favorite. Actually didn't look too bad, just quietly. Cowboys, Aaron says, Cowboys by 8 this afternoon. Oh, man, what an occasion. What a time for the North Queensland Cowboys. I don't think the Cowboys have ever been the first team or the first game to ever kick off a home and away regular season. I think this might be the second or third time for the Newcastle Knights. So this is rarefied air for both of these sides. It's a privilege for them. It's a privilege and an honor for Dora and I to be here as well to call this contest. We hope that you guys stick with us. It's going to be a fun one. It looks like that the Newcastle Knights are going to kick off, Dor.
Does indeed. It does indeed. And Ponga is back. First game since ages ago that he has returned. And there's Dylan Brown. Yes, it's all starting to get close. We're within a few seconds of kickoff here. The excitement is brewing. It is brewing, and it is very, very exciting times here. Moments away. It's been a long off season, Sam. A long off season for me, partying and celebrating, but it is now time for us to get underway. It is a new season, and Fletcher Sharpedo gets us underway.
Yeah! Yes, sir. All right, taken there on the full by the Cowboys, and that is Cohen Hess running back into the defense. Welcome back to the NRL. This is season 2026, and that's good defense from the Knights, and this is Hyland Lukey to get over the 10-meter line. The North Queensland Cowboys are running left to right of screen inside Allegiant Stadium. It looks like that there's about 30 to 40,000 in attendance already, but obviously the number will get clarified as time goes on. Braden Burns' tackle, gets up and plays the ball now. Marnie left, Taumalolo running into the meat of the defense. They are in a central position now. Nice post-contact meters from JT, and he's playing the ball on the 30-meter line. They continue to go to the left-hand side, and that is Ruben Cotter, who puts on a bit of a step there and makes about 10 meters. That's a good carry from the co-captain. This is Jake Clifford kicking from his own 40 and putting the ball up sky high, Door.
Yes, and taken by Dominic Young at the back, and he runs straight and hard, but good defense there by the Cowboys in McIntyre, and Hess plays the ball now. Brown gives it to Gagai, but great defense again by Cohen Hess. He's brought down just over his 20. Brown now gives it to my boy Jermaine McEwen, and he's saying strip, but the Cowboys are saying that he's lost it. Is there going to
burn a challenge early?
They're challenging. They're challenging.
Okay.
Dispute of a lost ball.
How's the audio going for you, man? Does it sound like they've rectified things, or are things in sync?
Audio's better. Audio's better. Well, it's definitely clearer. That Super League game was... Yeah. That's a script. It is a good captain's challenge there from the Newcastle Knights and Kalen Ponga. The first challenge of the 2026 season is correct.
Okay.
As now Dylan Brown finds touch, Sam, and they're just over halfway here. So here we go. Gagai taps it, gives it to Brown. Brown to Saifiti, and a good run there by Jacob Saifiti. Gets inside the Cowboys 40, plays the ball. Crosland now, Fletcher Sharp, unders ball to Trey Mooney. Good run there by Mooney. He's brought down just short of the 30. Plays the ball. Crosland in at dummy half, gives it to Sharp. Now to Ponga. Ponga scheming, steps off the left, gets past the tackle of Cotter there, gives it to Crosland. Crosland gives it now to Brown. Brown scheming, looking for an offload, but can't find one. Good defense there by Hess and McIntyre yet again. Third tackle. Brown plays the ball. Crosland now gives it to Sharp. Sharp to Ponga. Ponga now to Dylan Lucas. Good run, but good defense there by Tom Chester and the Cowboys. Plays the ball. Dylan Lucas. Crosland now to Sharp. Sharp scheming through in the middle. Gets past the tackle of Lukey, but and manages to get the offload out the back to Crosland. Crosland to Mooney. Mooney now to Jacob Saifiti, his prop partner. And Saifiti tries to go over the top of the read Marnie, but good defense by Marnie. Plays the ball, Jacob Saifiti. Crosland now gives it to Brown. Brown to Croker. Croker now gives it to Ponga. Ponga dabbles it through, and good work there by Braden Burns to hit it dead. Good defense and good attack. A great start here to Las Vegas and the 2026 NRL season.
Yeah, very attractive footy from the Newcastle Knights. Justin Holbrook was good for that for the Gold Coast Titans, and already there's signs of good attack here from the Newcastle Knights, who were the worst rated attack in 2025, Door.
Yes, and Aaron says, and just like that, the Tigers go to the top of the table. As no, the short drop out there from the Cowboys has gone out on the full there from Scott Drinkwater. So it's going to be a 10-meter play the ball here from the Newcastle Knights. Lucas plays the ball best in a dummy half, gives it to Greg the leg Marzu, and a great run by Greg Marzu brought down a couple of meters short. Marzu plays the ball, Crosland in a dummy half, gives it to Sharp. Sharp out the back to Brown. Brown unders ball here to Jermaine McEwen. Jermaine McEwen, oh, good run there, but good defense there by Cohen Hess yet again. He's brought down. McEwen plays the ball. Crosland now to Matt Croker. Good run from Croker, but great defense there by McIntyre and Tamalolo. Croker plays the ball. Crosland at dummy half now gives it to Saifidi. Oh, Saifidi goes ever so close to scoring, but good defense again by McIntyre and Hess. Crosland at dummy half gives it to Brown. Brown gives it to Ponga. Great hands. Dom Young goes to the corner, but he's met by multiple Cowboys. Great defense. Scott Drinkwater's holding his rib. Just let that be known, ladies and gentlemen. Gagai at dummy half. Dane Gagai crosses for the season opener for the Newcastle Knights. And it is 4-0 after 4 and a bit minutes. But I think we're going to be going upstairs for a potential ruck infringement. We will see, ladies and gentlemen. Gagai has gone over and they are celebrating, but Ashley Klein would like to go upstairs. Oh, I believe it's when he's transferred the ball here. There's definitely momentarily the ball's come free from his left hand, I think. And then his right arm's trying to save it. You're not going to get any view from that angle. I'm not even sure what they went up with the soft decision.
I'm just wondering if they were looking at whether or not it made contact with McIntyre.
It's gone up,
no
try, and there's no conclusive evidence to overturn the decision. It is a no try.
Yep.
A no try. I would have liked to have seen some different angles there, but the ball definitely came free from his left hand, and he tried to save it with his right, but unfortunately could not bring it in, according to the referee. So Cowboys get away with one, and they're getting out of their own in goal now, Sam.
Good scrambled eggs defense there from the Cowboys initially, but they hold on. So good first defensive effort. And this year, that's Tom Chester there with his first touch in a handful of months. And Burns now scoots out a dummy half and gets up over the 30-meter line by about 5 meters there. This is the third tackle. Marnie scoots the right-hand side, passes on to Lukey, but he's contained there, I believe, by Bradman Best, and play the ball. Marnie comes back left infield. Jason Tamalolo straight and hard over halfway. That's an effective set. Oh, he looked for the offload, and I don't think Marnie was ready, or was it touched on? Was it? Oh, what's the call here, Dor?
I think it's
knocked on Cowboys.
Knocked on from Newcastle first, and then Cowboys, I think.
Let's see for confirmation.
Well, Cowboys are challenging now.
Okay.
Okay, they're calling a double knock on. First one by the Cowboys, Ashley Klein is saying, and the Cowboys are challenging that ruling.
It was a flick backwards.
Not touched anyone yet.
I'd have to think Marnie did have a touch to it.
Don't know, to be honest. It looks like Best's hands come straight through. Yeah, Best's hands come straight through before Marnie gets to the ball, in my opinion.
It's hard because the score bug is right in the way of where the ball is midair.
It's fine. There's a clear gap.
I think Marnie touches it there.
I think they're saying it's unsuccessful.
Okay. All right. It was good. I was going to say, man, before that offload happened, it was a good set from the Cowboys to start from their own end inside the 10 and get all the way up to halfway with Taumalolo looking for an offload, promoting it on the fourth tackle door, but it just didn't eventuate for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was a bad offload. The ball would sort of just didn't come out cleanly out of the hand there, Sam, and it allowed there to be pressure from Bradman Best and forced the error there from Reed Marnie. As now Newcastle just get over the Cowboys half in inside Cowboys territory. Lucas has brought down Crosland at dummy half on tackle 2. Brown, Ponga, lovely ball to Jermaine McEwen, and he does well there. Good defense there by the Cowboys. Plays the ball. Crosland now gives it to Brown. Brown takes on the line, but good defense again by Cohen Hess. His defense thus far has been terrific. Brown plays the ball. Gagai in a dummy half. Ponga out the back to Crosland. Crosland now gives it to Sharp. Sharp to Lucas. And Lucas is driving straight. He's driving hard. Gets through, but good defense there by Dearden. And Lukey plays the ball. Last tackle. Crosland gives it to Ponga. Ponga goes up. Sharp comes through, and Sharpedo! Fletcher Sharpedo has gone over, and he torpedoed his way over the line. And it is 4 points to 0 in favor of the Newcastle Knights here within the first 6 and a bit minutes of action. A lovely kick here by Kalen Ponga, and Fletcher Sharp does not give up. Poor old Drinkwater has to jump from a standstill position, and the man that's running on the fly gets the better leap and gets the try. TRY Newcastle Knights, 4 points to 0 unless something happens here. It looked all good live. Gets the ball and he gets it down. And we're seeing this. This is very, very similar to what we've seen from Newcastle. And Ponga is basically playing as a half and Sharp is playing as a fullback. And we've seen this before to start a season from Newcastle, where Ponga has sort of injected himself as the first receiver in attack and being, injecting himself with kicks early in the play and as well to end sets, with no dominant real kicker with Dylan Brown or Fletcher Sharp. I think that could be something that we see a bit of from the Newcastle Knights, Sam.
Very impressive from Fletcher Sharp. I think Kalen Ponga has been involved early a lot. He's been involved a lot early, has Kalen Ponga, and Fletcher Sharp, who ruptured his spleen, has come back and looks really, really good as well. That's the second time he's been in a try-scoring situation, and he's come up trumps the second time round, Door.
Do you reckon that was what Danny Levi's trying to get his hair to look like, the Fletcher Sharp hairdo, but it's just that he's with his age, it's just not growing as lusciously as
it's the other way around, mate. No, it's the other way around. I reckon he's trying to emulate the Fletcher Hunt and Fletcher Sharp, mate.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. He's trying, but it's just his hair's just not growing as lusciously as these young Newcastle men. But yes, regardless, special effort, and he never gave up. But it's only early days, and Cowboys haven't had much of the ball, so we'll see what happens. But a good start nonetheless from Newcastle as here we go. Big Trey Mooney off the back fence, but good defense by the Cowboys. And he's lost it.
He's knocked on. Or what's the call? No.
Yeah, knocked on. Yeah, it's Dean called to knock on.
Well done, Cowboys.
Sam McIntyre, I think, was the man there. Good contact from Mr. McIntyre.
He was missed in the second half of 2025, was Sam McIntyre, and Moritel Lungi.
He's trying to get the boots out there, and it's nothing wrong with that. That's the right decision.
Alrighty, so Cowboys, they've got a scrum from 10 metres out. It's right in front of the posts. Which way are they going to go? Well, they win it first and they elect to go left, and this is Purdue, and good defence from Dane Gagai, the veteran, up against the young star. That's a battle to look forward to this afternoon, as Marnie was first receiver and then gave it off to Sam McIntyre. So they're still back on the 10-metre line here, but they're a little bit left of the post. Now they're coming right. This is Taumalolo now, fast and hard, and it takes 4 Newcastle Knights to take him down. Let's see the Newcastle Knights defense here. They weren't too bad in the first half of last year, and then they dropped off poorly in the second half of 2025. This is the 4th tackle, left of the post. Reed Marnie right, Dearden first receiver. I don't think that was as crisp as what they would have liked there, and Dearden has to take the tackle on the last. Marnie left to Clifford, left to Drinkwater, cut out to Purdue, and he's knocked the ball on.
Yep, knocked on there by Jackson Purdue and picked up there by Jermaine McEwen. Bit rusty here from the Cowboys to start, and that's a good run there from Dom Young. Good defense there by Reed Money around the legs. Bit of an average play the ball, but it goes from one winger to the other, and now Greg Marzou is going to get them over their own 20-meter line. Marzou plays the ball, and now Fletcher Sharp is now carrying, and he gets up to just short of the 30-meter line. He plays the ball, and Brown now gives it to Jacob Saifidi, and Saifidi gets up to just short of his own 40-meter line. For tackle, and now I think that's Dylan Brown in a dummy half, gives it to Trey Mooney. Phoenix Crosland looks like he might have had a dislocated finger, is now on the last. Ponga gets it, and he kicks it high. He kicks it long, but it's beautifully taken there at the back by Braden Burns, Sam.
Oh, he's knocked the ball on. It's kicked forward by Fletcher Sharp, and he's kicked it too far dead. But what's the call going to be here, Dor?
I think it was stripped. I think it was stripped, and then he's kicked it through and he kicked it dead. So it's now 7 tackle set, I believe, for the Cowboys.
Yep. Alrighty, cool. All right, so Murray Taulagi taps the ball, has the hit up now, and this is Burns scooting to the right-hand side, making about 6 or so meters. Kia ora to Tahi, bro, and to any New Zealand listeners out there, thank you very much for coming in and saying g'day. Now, this is the second tackle. They're 5 meters short of halfway. Marnie, a dummy half left to Taumalolo. That's got to be his 4th touch inside the first 11 minutes. And the post-contact meters are elite, as always, from Taumalolo. Plays the ball on the 40, Dearden running as first receiver, and then back under for Hess, who gets to the 30-meter line, a little bit beyond. Marnie flat left to Dearden, left out the back to Clifford, out back left to Purgey. Does he put the afterburners on? No. Dane Gagai is up to the challenge here as well. This is the last tackle. 11 minutes gone. Clifford, first receiver, coming back to Dominic Young's side. It's batted backwards, but into the lap of Brown, and now Pongador.
Yeah, and Ponga's scheming. He gets past a couple there, but it's brought down there by Tom Chester, I believe. As now Tom Chester is penalised for overworking Ponga on the ground there. It hasn't been the greatest of starts here from the men from North Queensland there. That just would like to have been finishing their sets a bit better than they have been. That kick there from Jake Clifford was way too shallow there. So anyway, Knights find touch after the penalty, and then Bradman Best is going to get them up to halfway. Bradman Best plays the ball. Crosland in a dummy half, gives it to Dylan Lucas, and Lucas tucks the ball under his wing and goes hard, brought down just short of the 40. Crosland now gives it to Croker. Croker to Brown. Brown out the back to Ponga. Ponga puts some fleeting footwork on, I think that is McIntyre and Purdue, and now gives it to Jacob Saifidi, who's working through the middle of the field. Good defense there by, I think, Lukey, and Crotter does well, Saifidi, to hold on the ball. Now, lovely work from Sharp to Mooney. Lovely hands out the back. Lovely offload.
Good
Mooney
stuff, Burns.
Sharp. Good defense there by, yes, Braden Burns and Tom Chester. Lucas plays the ball. Crosland in a dummy half, gives it to Ponga. Ponga scheming, gives it out to Brown out the back. Brown out the back, gives it to Gagai. Gagai puts the fend on Jackson Purdue. Dom Young puts a fend on Murray Taulagi, but good scrambling defense there by Clifford and Purdue to come back for a second crack, as well as Taulagi. Plays the ball, and I think last tackle as Brown kicks it. Chester gives it to Sharp. Sharp gives it out to Marzou. Marzou pins the ears back. Good defense by Burns as Marzou got over. I think he has. And Greg Marzou, Greg the leg, has gone over, and the Newcastle Knights go to a 10-0 lead after 14 minutes of action. Greg Marzou, the man on the spot, and he is too big and too strong there, unfortunately, for Chester and Braden Burns.
Fletcher Sharp, his return today has been electric, but I've got to say already Kalen Ponga is a freaking problem this afternoon. He is everywhere. He has been effective. And to think that Greg Marzou, there was a rumor there about the month of December, even early January, where Marzou was being looked at as a possibility to not even make this Newcastle Knights side. And now here he is scoring a try in Las Vegas, Door.
Yep, no, he's got it down. He's got it down. I didn't see any handling errors or anything like that. So 10-0 with a kick to come. And it's just, I think that just the Cowboys, just their finish of the finish of sets as Mazu does his best Tom Brady impersonation and spirals that ball into the crowd. But yes, what a start for the men from the Hunter. Newcastle Knights 10 points to nil with a kick coming up here from Kalen Ponga.
Mate, I got to say, though, don't want to be overly critical this early on in the season, but you've had all of season to figure out your game plans. And inside the first 10 minutes of the game, you think that it's best to put up a high kick towards Dominic Young when you've got Greg Mazu on the opposite side of the paddock, and then it's compounded by a penalty given away by Tom Chester. So that wouldn't have been the play that I would have set up all off season to see that inside the first 12 minutes or so, but it is only 15 minutes in and it's 12 points to nil.
Yes, plenty of time to go, Sam. Plenty of time to go. But yes, 12 points to nil. And look, the crowd is getting absolutely wild at the moment, with a bit of Everybody Dance now, an absolute classic, as now we get Jake Clifford to resume play, and that's a nicely weighted kick, but it is taken nicely in the in goal there by Dylan Brown, who then gives it to his forward, who has been just exceptional, Jacob Saifidi. He's been great to start this game. Brown in a dummy half gives it to Jermaine McEwen, who's also been very handy. Plays the ball. And then now it's Crosland who gives it to Dom Young. Dom Young, good defense here from the Cowboys. I think Hess defensively and McIntyre have been great. Crosland now gives it to the try scorer, Greg Mazu. Good defense there by Marnie and Lukey. Now last tackle or fourth tackle, and Crosland goes for the 40-20. He's hit it beautifully, and he's got the 40-20. The Newcastle Knights, it's a freight train at the moment. A freight train of possession as well as good plays. And wow, that is absolutely exceptional from Phoenix Crosland. He's nailed that. Drinkwater's on the bike and he just can't bring it in. It's exceptional play, and Newcastle are going to be on the attack yet again. Brown taps it and gives it to Trey Mooney. Mooney pins the ears back and is brought down there by Tamalolo, Cotter, and Hess. Plays the ball. Crosland gives it to Brown. Brown, fleeting footwork, takes on the line. Oh, brought down there. Good defense by Lukey and Marnie again. Brown now gives it, Crosland, should I say, a dummy half, gives it to Saifidi. Saifidi's brought down. Third tackle inside the 10. Crosland now dummy half, gives it to Brown. Brown out the back to Sharp. Sharp, fleeting footwork. He's trying to get rid of Chester. He offloads out the back to Bradman Best. Exceptional work from Fletcher Sharp. Best, he gets past Tamalolo, but he falls into the lap of Marnie and McIntyre. Best plays the ball, fourth tackle. Crosland now gives it to Brown. Brown takes on the line, but good defense again by Reed Marnie. Plays the ball. Crosland now gives it to Ponga. Ponga! He tries to go on the last, but he's brought down. Not the worst result from Newcastle, but good defense again by Cohen, Hess, and Lukey.
Strike me freaking pink, man, Newcastle.
Cowboys a couple of meters out, Sam.
Absolutely firing on all cylinders of the Newcastle Knights at the moment. Chester plays the ball inside of his own 10. Bradman Burns now. These are tough hit-ups here for the Cowboys, but he's able to get over the 10-meter line by a couple of meters. Did in a dummy half, goes left, finds Purdue. Whoa, gee whiz, a swamping tackle. And it is high. I did want to say it was high, but it was in the end, evidently. All right, so this is just a moment here to freaking just compose themselves, North Queensland, because, the Knights are all over the Cowboys at the moment, and now they're going to get some territory here. So where are we? We're about 17 minutes into the first half, 12 points to nil, and Jermaine McEwen has been put on report, but I don't think he's got really anything to worry about. They finally kick for touch, and it's going to be a fresh set from their own 40-meter line here, the Cowboys. Chester taps the ball, passes left to Lukey, and Lukey collides into the Knights defense, and he is stopped about a meter short of halfway. Again, North Queensland are running left to right of screen in this first half, as did in at first receiver, gives it off to Taumalolo, and that is great defense to stop Taumalolo, despite the driving post-contact meters from him to enter Newcastle territory. This is Ruben Cotter at first receiver, and he has the hit up to get the Cowboys up to the 40-metre line and a metre or so beyond that. Reed Marnie on the third tackle goes right, did and runs a bit before putting Hess back under, and Hess driving over the 30-metre line. He too was also missed. He missed a bit of time there last year, or maybe it was the year before. But anyway, Reed Marnie goes right, finds Scott Drinkwater, cut out right to Lukey. Great anticipation from him. And this is last tackle. They're about 15 out. Marnie, short side right, did and running, and he's going to be contained. So that's probably their best set in a long time.
A great set there from the Cowboys. Yeah, that's not the worst result to give Newcastle the ball a couple of meters back off their own try line, and they need to defend well here. And it started there by good contact there by Reed Marnie and Tom Dearden. Mazu plays the ball and Ponga's there, and that's another great tackle there by Reed Marnie. Tamalolo there as well. Second tackle, Ponga now gives it to Gagai on tackle 3, and Gagai with a bit of a shove there from Dylan Brown gets just close to the 30-metre line, plays the ball. Crosland at dummy half, now gives it to Dom Young. Dom Young's driving, and he gets up over the 30-metre line, plays the ball. Crosland now gives it to Croker, and Croker now pins the ears back and goes straight and hard. Croker plays the ball just short of halfway, and on the last, Dylan Brown puts it up high. He puts it up long, and Drinkwater takes it cleanly, but just inside the field of play, so he's going to have to bring it back out here. And I don't know what's wrong with Scott Drinkwater, but something does not look right. He's not moving freely at all. It's since that incident in that try-scoring one where Gagai lost the ball. He held his rib.
That's right.
I think Scott Drinkwater's just gone straight off, Sam.
Far out. The durability of Scott Drinkwater has been elite. It's been untouchable, and far out. What a time to cop his first injury, man. All right, so I believe that is a brand new player that's out there now. I think it looks like O'Donnell, if I'm not mistaken. It is. He's out there now, and Marnie on the 4th kicks out a dummy half. He finds a bit of grass. It's not a bad kick in the end. Is it going to trickle over the sideline? No, Ponga says no.
Great kick from Reed Marnie. Great kick. It'll be interesting to see. I think I might have seen out the top of my corner of my eye, Sam. I think Jackson Purgey might have gone back to the centers, back to fullback, should I say. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. We'll find out very soon. As Sharp gives it now to Best, and Best is brought down here on tackle 3 by Tamalolo, and O'Donnell plays the ball. Best now. Crosland gives it to Gagai, and Gagai just sort of labors into the defense, and there's 3 Cowboys there, O'Donnell, Hess, and O'Donnell has actually come on for Drinkwater, so I don't understand what they've done there, but we'll soon find out. And good hands there from Newcastle as Mazu tries to put the goosey on Dearden, but Dearden, beautiful tackle around the legs. Last tackle here, 30 meters out. Ponga now kicks it high. He kicks it long to the top of the screen, and Dom Young has pushed it back, and it has hit Jake Clifford's arm, and it is a knock on from Jake Clifford. So it will be a Newcastle set of 6 here, and the pressure continues on the North Queensland Cowboys. I'm just trying to work out here have they moved McIntyre into the centers and moved Kai O'Donnell into the back row, as that's what's happened here, and Purgey to fullback. Hold on, here we go. Rib cartilage injury for Scott Drinkwater. They're going to have a look at it. He might be back, but highly unlikely, and it was on that try-saving tackle there for Dom Young in the corner. Gagai is brought down there, and then now it is Jermaine McEwen with the ball, and he ducks under a tackle there from McIntyre, but can't completely get away. Is now Trey Mooney winds up and gets past the original contact from Cotter, but Cotter comes again, and with Hess and McIntyre keep him out, as now Crosland at dummy half gives it to Brown. Brown takes it on. Good defense by Reed Marnie. 6 again, but good defense by Marnie and Tamalolo. Crosland now gives it to Sharp. Sharp has passed it straight to Braden Burns. What the hell has happened there? Oh, a bit of a brain fade. Such a good start from Fletcher Sharp, but that was awful. Now take it away, Sam. The Cowboys have the rock.
All right, 12 metres out from their own try line. Dearden passes left, and that is Braden Burns there. He is under all sorts of pressure so far in this game, Burns, but he's not doing too badly. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, that is a brand new. Is it 6 again? No, I haven't seen anything come up yet, but play on. Play the ball on the 30-meter line. Thomas McKaylee now, Kamikaze McKaylee, up to the 40-meter line and makes nice post-contact meters, stopped just shy of halfway. This is last tackle, however. Clifford putting the ball up sky high, door.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The siren went, oh, and Dom Young just, that was great kick from Clifford right into the corner. Dom Young was swirling around there at Allegiant Stadium, and he knocked it backwards, thankfully for him. But a great kick and a great set from the Cowboys. And Ponga here on second tackle is just going to run it to the 20-meter line. Sharp now gives it to Bradman Best, and Bradman Best has a carry. He can't get past Dearden or Chester. Good defense there. Best plays the ball, and now Sharpedo. Good effort there from Chester, but he moved Marnie out of the road, and Fletcher Sharp. Good defense there by the Polar Bear and the Polar Bear, Criven Neem, and Ruben Cotter there. And now Frizzell's into the action, and he tucks it under the wing and runs straight and hard. Now gives it to Crosland, gives it to Brown, and Brown kicks it high, kicks it long. Purdue at the back takes it cleanly and runs it back, Sam. Jackson Purdue, nearly gets through, but good defense there by Jermaine McEwen, Sam.
Yeah, this is an experiment now for Jackson Purdue. This is going to be interesting to see. All right, so Purdue is at fullback, second tackle, very flat to Murray Taulungi. Haven't called Taulungi's name too often in this game so far. Reed Marnie, flat right to a returning Griffin Neem, returning a little bit earlier than expected. And he's gotten over the 40-meter line by a meter or so. Right to Dearden, running, passing right now to Purdue, right onto Chester. Chester versus Bradman Best. It's an intriguing center battle here. Yeah, he's limping there. Purdue, a dummy half passes left in field for Dearden, puts the ball up sky high down the center of the paddock. There's a Cowboy that's gone down.
That's got to be a Cowboys penalty for an escort.
And Sharp does not look good. So players probably going to come to a standstill here for a bit.
He's gone.
Oh, you poor bugger. Gee whiz. Let's see what happens here. So Purdue gets the ball. Sharp is on it. Oh, no, it's a non-contact injury, door. Shit. Oh, no, Fletcher Sharp.
They're giving it the ACL test at the moment. Thumbs up.
Jesus.
He doesn't look good, though.
Well, as a Cowboys fan, you're aiming the attack. You're aiming the attack now at Fletcher Sharp. Griffin Neem now has the hit up, and it's Phoenix Crossland who comes in and helps, and so too with Cy Feedy. They're right in front of the post here of the Cowboys. Marnie left to Thomas McKaylee. Can he score a try? Wouldn't that be a friggin' moment in time if he scores his first NRL try? Marnie goes right eventually to Dearden. Right to Lukey, who breaks free and scores North Queensland's first try in Allegiant Stadium. Speaking of friggin' comebacks, heal him, Lukey. My goodness gracious, he has got a 2026 ahead of him if he can stay injury-free, and he has had a great preseason, and he's just scored the Cowboys' first try for 2026 in Las Vegas. Yeehaw, door.
And Sam, look, you know what it was? They went straight. They did exactly what you said. They went straight at Fletcher Sharp. It's beautiful play here. I think it is Tom Dearden, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And that's just beautiful. Best also, that's pretty poor from him as well. Shot out of the line there and taken Neville nobody. But Sharp struggling. He can barely move. And we've got to give credit to the Cowboys. Look, at the end of the day, they've understood where the injured player is, and they've attacked it beautifully, and they've executed. That's the thing. Execution. Execution is key there, Sam.
And look, we didn't speak about it at all in the Super League game, Dor, but we just got a comment here from Tahi Bro saying Lukey is in his fantasy team. Yes, fantasy owners. He was hyped up, wasn't he, before the season kicked off? So fantasy owners, a lot of them. What do you reckon the percentage would be for Lukey owners, mate? Bloody
very high,
very high,
43.2%. As Clifford steps up. There we go.
Big red dog.
Yes, I'm glad to hear you in a bit positive of a mindset there, Sam, as I think
He has to come off.
Sandon Smith has come on, and Fletcher Sharp has come off. Look, it might not be afternoon or evening over for Fletcher Sharp. We'll see what happens. They could maybe do some extra work, do a needle, strap it up. We might see him back later, but for now, I think this is the right decision for right now. It's the same with Scott Drinkwater. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam and I will do our utmost, our best to keep you updated on the welfare and the conditions of Sharp and Drinkwater, and if they are returning to the arena this afternoon. We've obviously heard rib cartilage. It's pretty graphic that it's going to be knee for Sharp. Hands-on testing did clear the ACL to begin with, but we'll see what happens.
Yes, and at halftime, if you're a fantasy watcher or owner or what have you, stick around at halftime. All right, so kickoff has commenced. Clifford takes it on the full, and Big Griffin Neem runs back into the pack. Matt Croker. Matt Croker. Matt Croker. Is he okay? Yeah. He's going to be assessed here.
Reed Marnie came rushing out and to try and help Matt Croker because they've stopped the game.
Yes, and so they should.
Well, we need to see he's got his head in the wrong position. I think at the very least he should be going for a HIA check. He looks like he didn't. I've seen way worse. But yeah, he seems to be okay for now. But I think they'll look at that footage and I think he'll go off for 10.
Oh, there's a high-ish tackle as well. O'Donnell plays it, goes right to McKaylee. McKaylee getting up to the 30-meter line. And McKaylee will play the ball. Marnie, pass left back in field for Ruben Cotter, who's able to get up to the 40. Nice post-contact meters from him. This is now fourth tackle. Reed Marnie shaped to kick, but passed right to Dearden. Bugger, Dearden slipped over, but he's able to get up to halfway. And now Reed Marnie at dummy half. Passes left, Jake Clifford steps and puts the ball up sky high. I'm fine with that tackle. And Dominic Young takes it.
Yeah, good take there by Dom Young. Good pressure there is now Gagai, and the North Queensland Cowboys are up right now. They've really flourished off that try. And now here goes Marzu, and he just runs into a brick wall, and Cotter and Lukey, outstanding defense.
Discipline. Come on.
Smith now is going to have a scoot out of dummy half, but runs straight into Lukey and Neem. Plays the ball. Crosland now gives it to Frizzell, and Frizzell goes down. Good defense there by Cotter. Last tackle here. Crosland gives it to Brown, and Brown kicks it long. He kicks it high, and Purdue's at the back and takes it well. I think Scott Drinkwater might be back. They're saying might be back. He might probably needle up, and I'd say we'll come back, but we'll see what happens.
Thank you, mate. As Clifford gets the dummy half, he gives it to Burns, who wraps around and makes about 6 meters or so. I just want to say hello to the 30-plus people that are in the chat. Thank you very much for coming in and saying g'day, and please like and subscribe to both All Out Club and Wobblin Jaw Sports, wherever you can find us. As Dearden on the third tackle goes right. Lukey was the only man to the right-hand side, and he put the foot down and made a great 10-plus meter carry. Stopped just shy of halfway. Dearden left in field for Thomas McKaylee, shaped to pass, but dummied and took it over the halfway line by about 5 meters. This is the last tackle. 11 and a half minutes remain in this first half. Jake Clifford puts the ball up sky high. It's not going to go down towards Dominic Young, and Ponga takes it safely.
Yeah, beautifully taken there by KP at the back, Sam. He plays the ball. Brown and a dummy half gives it to Best. And Best, this is a great game of footy, Sam. I can't believe those people were saying that it's not going to be a good watch, and I'm not watching because of the teams that are playing. This has been outstanding, as Tom did, and now beautiful tackle around Dylan Lucas's legs. Third tackle just inside their own 40, and Jacob Saifidi, who's been great, tries to go over the top of the knee, but is unsuccessful. Now Brown gives it out the back to Ponga. Ponga. Oh, the lovely tackle there as well, again, from Sam McIntyre, who's been outstanding defensively out on the edge. Dylan Brown puts it up high. Purdue, here's the footsteps.
Go Purdue.
Gets out of the tackle of the
game. Go Purdue. Purdue. He's broken free of a couple tackles and made his way to the 30-meter line. Everyone had visions of him going coast to coast. Braden Burns now scoots out a dummy half, and he's able to get to halfway now. Go Cowboys, keep it going. Purdue a dummy half now. All flat ball back to the left for Clifford, but he's taken down now by Tyson Rizal. Third tackle, Marnie, left. Dearden running. Now it's on to Murray Taulungi over the 30-meter line. Offload back to Tom Dearden. He's able to fend away from two. He's got some space in front of him. He's over the 20-meter line, and now the Cowboys in the blink of an eye are about 17 meters away. Marnie, a dummy half, gives it to Thomas McKaylee, and he's able to enter the 10-meter zone here for the North Queensland Cowboys. Last tackle, left. Clifford, cut out left. McIntyre, flick to Murray Taulungi. Murray Taulungi scores! Yes,
what a flick! What a flick!
McIntyre, flick!
McIntyre! Oh, mamma mia!
Wow, what a set started by Jackson Purdue, bro!
Excellent!
And finishes. Marnie left to Clifford. Cut out to McIntyre. Oh, the flick from McIntyre, if you don't mind.
Unbelievable. Lovely ball from McIntyre. Out there playing in the centers, and what a ball, the versatility. Oh, the celebration from Mr. Taulungi.
Right in front of the North Queensland Cowboys fans as well. Goodness me, what a comeback. What a hit back from the Cowboys. Newcastle were all over North Queensland inside the first 20 minutes or so. And the Cowboys have scored. I wasn't sour, bro. I was just containing myself, bro. Honestly, I wasn't being sour. I'm not going to be sour in the first freaking game of the season, man. No way.
You weren't happy then.
No. Well, they were all over us, but the Cowboys have been able to turn the tide, despite Scott Drinkwater going off for a rib cartilage assessment. So it's a bit of a war at the moment with also Fletcher Sharp going off. Now we've got Jake Clifford sizing things up from the sideline, but this is a very impressive hit back from the Cowboys, because last year, I mean, who knows where it could have ended up, but this is a great show of mental fortitude from the Cowboys. Now, Big Red Dog can do it. He shoots, and it never looks like missing. Yes, sir, indeed. We are back to 12 points all. And Dor, I said on the A-Side Tips show on Wobblin Jaw Sports that this could be the first Golden Point extra time game for Las Vegas. It's a little bit early, but it's 12 points all with 8 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, outstanding stuff from the Cowboys, and great resilience, great bounce back, and they're really up and about at the moment, Sam.
Oh.
Look, fantasy-wise, while we got a bit of a break, Fletcher Sharp hit the ground absolutely running. He's got 43 points in 27 minutes. He's gone off. McIntyre's been great, 36 and 31. He could be an option that we might have to look at if Mr. Bateman is not returning to this Cowboys 19. But anyway, let's take it away, Sam.
Oh, McCarthy McKaylee. Yes, sir, indeed.
Oh, hold on.
No. What's up? Oh, no.
Hold on.
It's a penalty for a crusher?
I think it's a hip drop.
It's a crusher, pressure on the neck, and it's Matt Croker involved.
No, it's
or
not.
Maybe
It's
Stolo.
Frizzell. It's Tyson Frizzell. He could be in the bin here. It's Frizzell. He's attacked. He's the third man in and attacked the legs. Way too low.
So apologies, because it said that Foxley said there was pressure on the neck, but I can see what they just replayed there. Absolutely, Dor.
Hold on. Shh.
Yes, sir. Bloody.
Knee is stable for Fletcher Sharp. They are confident it's not an ACL, but he will not return today and will be sent for scans.
All right, well, that's nice news. It's nice news that it's stable.
But it's
now,
still,
what's the go here with McKaylee?
The scans could definitely deem a injury, an ACL, Sam. But
I know, but initial report is nice.
Yeah, but
So on
McKaylee's
report,
good.
Ashley Klein put in Tyson Frizzell on report, and McKaylee's going off. So if McKaylee's going off, that begs the question, why is there not now a sin bin for Tyson Frizzell door? That's been a question that's been muted for all the off-season. So
I think he's in trouble. I think Frizzell is actually in trouble, and he is very lucky that he is
he's
not
very lucky. Absolutely.
It's a third man in, and it's he's attacked the legs in a dangerous position. And here comes Drinkwater. Here he comes back. So, Sam, we need to quickly just touch. Actually, we'll wait a second. We need to touch on the players that have been used for the Cowboys, because I think they've only got one spot left.
You're right. They've gone through it pretty rapidly in the first half, haven't they? So Ruben Cotter has the hit up. This is second tackle, and he's able to get to the 40-meter line. You're exactly right. They've burned through the 4 available of the 6, haven't they? It feels like. And Scott Drinkwater returns and has a big hit up. Yep, but they've gone through it quickly. Marnie on the 30-meter line goes right to Dearden, and then Dearden finds Neem. Nice post-contact meters to get the Cowboys up to the 20-meter line. The Cowboys left to right here, and now Marnie throws it left. Dearden, Clifford, Drinkwater. And he is wrapped up there. Good defense there from Dylan Brown. This is last tackle, 25 out. Clifford wrapped around and then pass back to Purdue. Purdue right onto Marnie. Six again. Oh, compose yourself, Marnie. Oh, well done. He saw and heard the call. And this is a tackle that starts from the 10-meter line, and Big Griffin Neem just has the hit up. A bit of chess here to set up the next play. And this is second tackle. Marnie feigned to go left, but went right, found Lukey. Can he offload? He wanted to, but could not. So that's good defense there from Newcastle. Reed Marnie, left. Dearden, left to Cotter. I think Cotter's going to take the tackle here, and he does. Takes about 2 Knights defenders to take him down. This is the 4th tackle right in front of the sticks. 6.5 minutes to go. Flat ball for, I think that was O'Donnell, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was Sam McIntyre. It was McIntyre. Now, Marnie, last tackle, puts in the grubber kick. It's ping-ponging all around the joint, and it's going to be taken dead by Dylan Brown, only just. That's going to be a goal line dropout, North Queensland Cowboys.
It's a great kick by Reed Marnie, and that's a thing that we discussed in our preseason or our season review, or season preview, should I say, for the Cowboys, is the versatility and the kicking game that Reed Marnie will bring for the Cowboys as they go short.
It has gone short. It's gone over the 10, and it's knocked on by Dominic Young. Had a good grasp on it, but Jackson Purdue picks up the scraps. And now the set of 6 here for the Cowboys starts 25 meters out. Under 6 minutes remain in this first half, and this is Kyle O'Donnell, straight and hard. And didn't he have a wower of a preseason? Absolutely deserves his spot in Las Vegas. Now it's gone out to the right for Dearden, and now flat ball for Griffin Neem, who's been impressive in his return game. And he will get up and play the ball eventually, about 10 meters out, a little bit right of the posts. Marnie, left. Dearden elects to come back for Scott Drinkwater, shaped to kick, but didn't really see anything, but passes back to Dearden. Dearden running left, dummying. All found O'Donnell. Now O'Donnell just crabbing a little bit back towards center field, and that's going to be a play the ball on the 10-meter line. Reed Marnie, third tackle, right to Sam McIntyre, right to Drinkwater, right to Dearden, holds it up perfectly for Burns, all but good scrambled defense from Newcastle, but Burns was able to fend away and back away and nearly found himself over the try line. That was a good run from Burns with not a whole lot to work with. Fourth tackle, Marnie, left, Dearden, left to Big Griffin Neem. That's strong contact there. Good defense from Newcastle. Matt Croker and McEwen, I think. Marnie, flat ball left for McIntyre. I think he's knocked on. That's good defense from Newcastle Knights door. Well done.
Yes. Great defense from the Knights. They've been on the back fence. Yes, Tahi, it is absolutely outstanding to see Big Griff back for the Cowboys. But here we go. I don't know exactly what the ruling was here, if Marnie knocked it on or if McIntyre knocked it on. But regardless, they end up with the ball. And Big Griff, be careful if you're going to run out like that, because you missed terribly. As now Dom Young plays the ball. Ponga now gives it to Lucas. And Lucas is just short of his own 30-meter line. Crosland here gives it now to Sandon Smith. Sandon Smith throws a dummy. Good run from him. And Chester and McIntyre bring him down. Smith, Crosland now, dummy half, gives it to Ponga. Ponga to Brown. Brown to McEwen. Jermaine McEwen the talented youngster, and great defense there by the Cowboys in Purdue and Clifford there to wrap him up. Purdue now back to the centers with Drinkwater coming into the action. Dane Gagai now breaking tackles left, right, and center. Can he get an offload at the end? No. Good defense by the big red dot, Clifford and Kai O'Donnell. Last tackle now. Ponga gets it and puts it up very high. Drinkwater settles underneath it, takes it beautifully, Sam, just over his own 10. Little step, but he runs into the good chase there of Tyson Frizzell, Sam.
Well done. Boy, howdy. We have a lot to talk about at halftime, and I hope everyone here can tune in for halftime. There is a lot to discuss as Braden Burns plays the ball, and it's gone right there for Tom Chester. Haven't called his name for a little bit now, but he has the hit up there and plays the ball. Marnie goes left infield here for Jackson Purdue. Up over the 40-meter line he goes, and there's under 3 minutes to go. Fourth tackle, Marnie, a dummy half. Passes left, Sam McIntyre gets up over halfway. Boy, howdy, Sam McIntyre. Jesus, it's good to have him back. And now Scott Drinkwater from the Newcastle Knights 40 puts the ball up high. Taken well by Ponga.
Yep, nicely taken at the back there, Ponga. And then Brown gets in a dummy half and gives it to Dom Young. Good run from Dom Young. Gets through the initial tackle of Sam McIntyre. But Lukey and Marnie are there to bring him down. Brown now gives it to Greg Marzu. And Greg Marzu is met by a wall of Cowboys defenders, Dearden, Chester, and Big Griff. Crosland now, dummy half, gives it to Bradman Best on the close side of the screen, bottom side of the screen, as we see Lockie Galvin in the crowd. As now Crosland now gives it to Croker. Brown out the back to Ponga. Ponga, beautiful cutout ball to Dom Young. Dom Young's going to put the foot down, but he's definitely going to not outrun by Jackson Purdue. And well done, Murray Taulungi, to bat it back. Purdue picks it up and gives it to Drinkwater, and Drinkwater's brought down in the middle of the field there by Sandon Smith, Sam.
Oh, Murray Taulungi, fantastic. And wasn't that a bit of a nice preview or running battle between Purdue and Young? That would have been fascinating to see that go end to end. And now this is Murray Taulungi with the hit up, and he's standing. He kind of looked like he wanted the offload there for a moment. And this here, I think this is third tackle on the 40-meter line. Ruben Cotter has worked his ass off in this first half just quietly. Backs his way to just short of halfway. And this is fourth tackle now. Less than 90 seconds remain. Marnie left. Griffin Neame just flat, straight, and hard up to the 40-meter line of the Newcastle Knights. This is last tackle. Marnie left. Drinkwater puts the ball up sky high. Ponga's going to get underneath it. Who's that? Oh, Clifford versus Ponga. Oh, and Ponga only just won.
Yep. Ponga was able to rip it away there and hold on to it, but good contest there by Jake Clifford there. Dom Young now has the ball, and he's just going to get it just over his own 20-meter line. A minute to go. Smith now, dummy half, gives it to Bradman Best, but Bradman Best runs into, I think that is Marnie and Tom Dearden there. Best plays the ball. Sandon Smith, a dummy half, gives it to Croker. Croker goes down. Good defense there by McIntyre and Kai O'Donnell. Croker now gives it to Crosland. Now Brown out the back, gives it to out the back. Dylan Brown gives it out the back to Gagai. Purdue chasing. McEwen on the inside. And Dane Gagai is throwing an absolute shocking offload to Neville Nobody from Newcastle. He's throwing it straight to Ruben Cotter, who is getting back there. And Scott Drinkwater's now going to have a run from dummy half, Sam.
Yeah, that was a bit of a speculator, wasn't it, man? At least if he held the ball, you could give yourself an opportunity to slot a field goal just before halftime sort of thing. But with less than 10 seconds remaining, I think Burns is going to have the final play of the game of first half here. And 3, 2, 1. That is the end of an enthralling and somewhat dramatic first half of footy, the first half of season 2026 in the NRL. And we find ourselves locked up at halftime door. Wow, there's a fair bit to get through after that one, mate.
Not wrong. There's a fair bit of information for us to cover in this halftime break, Sam, from the players that have been used to the players that have injured, and also look at the next game as well with the Doggies taking on the Dragons as well, Sam.
Well, since you've just said it, let me just very quickly say to everybody that's here right now, please stick with us for the halftime discussion. But yes, we will be here for Bulldogs versus Dragons coming up at approximately 2:30 this afternoon, Queensland time, 3:30 New South Wales. Dora and I will be doing Bulldogs versus Dragons. But I want to catch me breath, Dor, but there's too much to friggin' talk about, mate. So I'll just refresh this page just one more time to get it most up to date.
I reckon we just leave it for a little bit and just let it marinate and then discuss maybe the pressing matters of the injuries that were sustained in the first half. So and the players that we used. I think we can cover that without actually having to look at the statistics for the game. So look, in regards to the injuries, we've seen 3 players go down with injury. We've seen Scott Drinkwater. He was the first man to go down with a rib cartilage issue. He has since gone off. He was replaced there for a little bit with Purdue at the back at fullback, and McIntyre are playing in the centers, and he did a very good job there. Defensively was sound, and then also provided that lovely pass to Murray Taulagi for that first try. But Scott Drinkwater has probably, I'd say, got a needle, and he has returned to the field, which has seen Purdue go back to the centers and McIntyre move back to the second row. So that was positive news there on the Cowboys front. However, the negative news on the Cowboys front is Thomas McKaylee looks like he's suffered an injury to his knee or leg from a third man in sort of like cannonball tackle to the legs from Tyson Frizzell, who has been put on report and could be in a bit of trouble, should I say, if you know, from what I saw. That was that, and he hasn't returned. We haven't got word of that. I guess we'll probably get word of that situation when the second half resumes. I'd say we'll be able to get an insight and give you a final verdict on if Thomas McKaylee will return. But I can probably say I'm like 90% certain it doesn't look like he'll be returning at all. And then the one injury for the Fletcher Sharp to round out the 3. So 2 for the Cowboys. 1 good, 1 bad. One bad we think is definitely going to be bad. In regards to the good, for the Newcastle, should I say, is that it's good that it's early on stages, is that Fletcher Sharp, who went down without any contact with his knee, sort of, I don't know, it was just sort of if he hit something in the turf or what exactly happened, but we were all fearing the worst, that it might have been ACL and season over. But hands-on testing during the game when it was paused were fine. He went back into the defensive line. The Cowboys were able to execute and score, sort of, you know, picking him out and able to execute, and caught him flat-footed. He then went off. They saw Sandon Smith come on. They did further testing again on the sidelines or in the sheds, and that also came back positive in the fact that his knee is still stable. But I assume Sharp has said that something is not right. So Sharp has been ruled out for the rest of the game for the Newcastle Knights in what was a massive blow, because he was absolutely outstanding in the first 26 minutes that he was on the field, Sam. And since he's gone off, yes, he conceded 1 try, but the Cowboys then scored again. So 12 points all. So, yeah, good news that the Cowboys were able to get Drinkwater back. I don't think, unfortunately, Tahi, bro, it's a very unfortunate. But, McKaylee, I don't think he'll be back. It didn't look good from that cannonball third man in tackle from Tyson Frizzell. And then, unfortunately for Newcastle, Fletcher Sharp it will not return. He is set for scans, but the positive news is that the medical staff from Newcastle are saying his knee is stable. Now, that is the injury update. We now should move to some logistics, Sam, in regards to the players that have been used. So there's 19 players. As you know, there's now a 6-man bench. Now, there's 4 players that can be used out of the 6. So we'll start with the Cowboys first. So in regards to the players that have come off the bench for the North Queensland Cowboys, Sam, we've had Thomas McKaylee be 1. So they've used 1 of the 6 with McKaylee. Kai O'Donnell is the other one. He is also being used as well. So that's 2. And then Big Griffin Neem is the 3rd with 3. So they've got 1 option left between Sony Luke, Matthew Lodge, and Robert Derby. I think they're going to try and let this one run, I reckon, till around 20 minutes to go. And I think that they'll probably use Matt Lodge. I think
Agreed.
is the one that the Cowboys will use, but we will wait and see. But yeah, they've used 3 of their 4 players, so they can only go to one of those 3 remaining players out of Derby, Luke, and Matt Lodge. So we then move to the Newcastle side of the fence, Sam. So for Newcastle, I'm just having a look now. So Pasami Saulo has seen some action for Newcastle. Tyson Frizzell has seen some action. And Sandon Smith as well has seen some action. So they've used 3 out of their 4 as well. The players that could be used for the Newcastle Knights is they've got Thomas Cant, Fletcher Hunt, and Manu Leilua as the other man. I think it's probably going to be either Cant or Manu Leilua as the last man used for Newcastle. But if there was something to happen to their outside backs, that could see Fletcher Hunt. I think both of these coaches are probably going to wait till the last 20 to 25 minutes or give as much time as possible before they actually, make this decision, because, if injuries happen, especially to the outside backs, they've both got an outside back in Fletcher Hunt and for Newcastle, and Robert Derby for the Cowboys, Sam. So, yeah, I think that's enough time to marinate before we get into the fantasy. You can probably touch on the statistics, my friend, of what we saw in that first half of action.
Doesn't that make halftime conversation a little bit more interesting, mate? It does. Fascinating. It really is fascinating to see how Todd Payton and Justin Holbrook and every other coach in the NRL this season will utilize their interchange. That's really, really entertaining stuff. Look, while we're here on the players, Thomas McKaylee went off. Tyson Frizzell put on report. McKaylee's not going to come back. It's a cannonball tackle. He was 3rd man in. Man, he is an incredibly lucky human being to still be out there and not be sin bin. I'm not calling for a red card, but I think something like that should have been have a standard set very high and very early. And I think Frizzell should have been sin binned. I think you're in agreement with that. I just want to put my 2 cents in, and I hope McKaylee and Fletcher Sharp and Scott Drinkwater, they all turn out well. Obviously, Drinkwater came back out. But it's 12-all at halftime, and the possession reads 51 to 49% in favor of the Cowboys. So it's neck and neck there. It's 76, 77% completion rates from both of these sides, but it's not been an overly scrappy game. It's still been fought really well in between the 220s there. The run meters, the Cowboys were able to finish the half with about 100 more running meters and a little bit more post-contact. Tackle breaks is in favor of the Newcastle Knights. Just scrolling down, so the kick meters there, more for the Newcastle Knights, 369 to 293. Kick defusals is 80 to 40%. I will say that, yes, Ponga and Dominic Young, despite a moment or two there, Dominic Young being a little bit nervy under the high ball. Kick defusal there, 40% for the Cowboys. That needs to be improved. Tackle efficiency. Newcastle Knights are just laying on top of them a fraction of a second more in that instance. But the missed tackles there, that's much too high for both teams there, 22 to 29. We saw in the previous game, Leeds Rhinos finished halftime or went into halftime with only 6 missed tackles. So for both of these sides to have upwards of 20, that needs to be rectified. And then the penalties, Newcastle have been worse. Ruck infringements, there's been more than 1, 6 again in that game. So, but yeah, interchanges there. It says 4-2. I don't think that's entirely correct. I think Dord and I have debunked that. It's 3 players used, and so it should be reading 3 there for the Newcastle Knights. Just before you go on about the stats, mate, about the fantasy stats, just from a Cowboys perspective, as a Cowboys fan, I want to see more from Tom Chester just while I'm going through the team lists. I think Tom Dearden has worked well. I think Reid Marnie has probably been the best spark of attack for the Cowboys in that first half. Clifford and Dearden have been good, but Reid Marnie has been doing excellently well. Sam McIntyre has been exceptional. He was, as I said before, he was sorely missed last year, and he has hit the ground running in this contest. He's been absolutely amazing. And Griffin Neame, I thought he made a massive impact coming off of the bench for the North Queensland Cowboys door.
Yeah, no, that's very well summed up. We've got the neutralizer in the chat. Up the mighty Cowboys. Aaron feels for Sharp. I really hope that decision by the trainer to keep him out there isn't a thing that costs the Knights this game. Yeah, that's a very fair point. But I think all the trainer can do is he can only go out there, and if he clears him of the main priority or the concern of what the injury was, I think you've got to give him a chance to continue on. And then if he's what ended up happening, he goes off. I don't think that that your trainer can be deemed for that, because I think he's just done his job, and that's what everyone was thinking. Sam and I thought it. The commentators also thought it, and I'm sure everyone in the stadium thought that, that he'd gone down with an ACL. But yes, no, Aaron, very happy for Lukey. Great to see him back out there. He's been outstanding. Yes, second half. But before we'll go into the fantasy stats, because we need to preview the game coming up after this, as team lists have been finalized, and there are some changes to those final teams. As we look at the fantasy side of things, Sam. So, look, I think the real big talking points, we're just going to talk about the players. So, look, Scott Drinkwater, 4 points. I think a lot of people were thinking him as a pod option. 4 points is not the best, but he did go off injured, and owners would be happy to see him back out there. So that's good. Tom Chester was a popular cheapie, securing that center spot with that wing fullback and center dual coverage. He's in 41.6% of teams. Look, like Sam said, he'd like to see a bit more from him. Only 14 points, so not the best. Jackson Purdue, if people got on board with him, we did advise against getting on Mr. Purdue just due to, how good he was last season. Look, it's not a bad option, but he's probably not priced at the right price point. Look, 16 points for him, not the best. I don't think Ruben Cotter's in 3.8% of teams, but he did not have a good half fantasy-wise, only 18 points in that first 40 minutes. Reed Marnie, look, he made a mistake and has missed a couple of tackles, but 21 points, and he's looked good with the ball. Trey Mooney, I would have thought he would have got a few more minutes in that first half, only getting 24 minutes, only 21 points in 24 minutes. I think he'll get a lot of minutes in this second half. Jermaine McEwen, another popular sort of mid-range option, 25 points for him. Dylan Brown, 26 points for him. That's pretty solid, pretty good. Dylan Lucas, 34 points from him. Kalen Ponga, he was he's more not really a pod now. He's in 10.7% of teams, but as if you got Kalen Ponga, you'd be very much liking what you're seeing, the goal kicking, the kicking in play and whatnot. Tom Dearden, great. Fletcher Sharp, absolutely outstanding, but unfortunately he won't return. And then Helam Lukey, he is the scoreboard leader at halftime, Mr. Helam Lukey, 44 points, absolutely outstanding at 300K. Show me the money, ladies and gentlemen. But Sam McIntyre might be a name that I'm taking out of this if Bateman is not going to play and McIntyre is playing big minutes. He is well underpriced, 39 points in that first half, Sam. So second half is about to get underway. We might have to preview the next game afterwards because there was just so much that happened in that first half. As Clifford restarts play, Sam. And here we go. I think that's Pasami Solo off the back fence, and he has hit a big polar bear and big griff as it seems like my audio issues have come back to haunt me potentially, as that is a good run by Tyson Frizzell, but good defense by Marnie and Lukey. Might need to refresh after when the Cowboys get the ball, I might, Sam, because the audio for me is shocking. But luckily, ladies and gentlemen, you can hear from me, and Fletcher Sharp actually might not be ruled out. He is out there testing his knee in the background, so it might not be all over for Sharp. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, as Matt Croker is going to round out the set, Sam. And last tackle here, just inside Cowboys territory, as Brown puts it up high. And Sorlo's come through. I don't know if it's a disruptor or what's exactly happened here.
He's ruling Cowboy knock on.
Accidental offside. So I think they're saying that he is not deemed to have touched it, and Drinkwater's hit his knee and it's gone into Kai O'Donnell. I think a big talking point, Sam, for that first half as well, just on a Newcastle perspective, is that what's his name? Matt Croker has played the whole first half, which I don't think anyone could have predicted that to be the case. So that's something to take note, fantasy coaches and Newcastle fans, as Ponga now gives it to that man I'm talking about, Matt Croker, and he's brought down just outside his own 10-meter line. Plays the ball, Crosland, a dummy half's going to have a scoot. He gives it out the back to Dylan Lucas. Lucas scheming through the middle of the field, but he runs into Lukey and Neem and Cotter, and they're holding him up. Lucas is driving, but good defense there by Lukey, and that's probably a penalty. Yep. Neem stuck his hand in there and had a little bite at the cherry on the ball.
What do you do? No tap.
Crosland takes the tap and gives it to Frizzell. Frizzell's a couple of meters out here. Good defense by Marnie, and Cotter plays the ball out the back there. Dylan Brown throws a dummy, but great defense again. I think that's by that is Kai O'Donnell, and Sam McIntyre plays the ball. Crosland at dummy half gives it to Ponga. Ponga unders ball to Matt Croker. Matt Croker goes down. A bit of an awkward fall there, but good defense there by McIntyre and Marnie. Crosland now gives it to the big Pasami Solo, returning to Newcastle this year after a stint with the Green Machine. Fourth tackle. Crosland out the back, gives it to Brown. Brown gives it to Sandon Smith. Sandon Smith, Ponga, beautiful hands from Ponga to Marzu. Marzu gets past Burns and Chester. He gives it back to Sandon Smith. Smith scheming through the middle of the field. He's trying to offload it, but good defense there by O'Donnell and McIntyre yet again. Clifford's going all over the shop. I don't know. He's on the ice rink. He's falling over left, right, and center. Good kick by Brown, but excellent positioning from Scott Drinkwater. But the Knights are trying to bring him back, but Drinkwater stays in the field of play. Holy hell, my voice is hurting.
Some tough carries coming up here for the Cowboys. Murray Taulagi, though, the Origin representative, the Samoan representative, he's up to the task, but he is driven back there. Purdue at dummy half. Scoots to the left-hand side. Nice little carry there, getting them outside of the 10-meter zone there. They go right, and this here is Tom Chester. That's a good carry from him, getting the Cowboys up to the 20. And this is the fourth tackle. 4 minutes gone in this first half, and it's still 12 all. And Griffin Neem now has a carry. And again, he has been effective since he's come off the bench this afternoon. Last tackle, Reed Marnie from the 30, goes right, finds Clifford, and he drives it as hard as he can. And it's going to land about 11 meters out for Dom Young.
Yep, well taken by Dom Young, and he's trying to go on the outside, but good defense there by Jackson Purdue and Murray Taulagi. Bring him down around 30-odd meters out. Now, Gagai, raised the forearm there a bit on Ruben Cotter, but Cotter and Neem, good defense there. Now you got Sandon Smith now, gives it to Greg Marzu, but good defense again by the Cowboys. Bring him down. Crosland now gives it to Smith. Smith looking out the back there was Ponga. Ponga and Chester have a bit of a coming together there. As now Crosland now gives it to Croker. Croker now to Frizzell. Frizzell to Brown. Brown to McEwen. McEwen says, sit down, Jackson Purdue, and offloads it out the back. But fortunately for the Cowboys, nothing much comes of it. Anyway, Frizzell offloads it. Now Ponga through the middle of the field. Kalen Ponga, he's got Best on the outside. He gives it to Bradman Best, and the Newcastle Knights are over. What a play. It all started from Jermaine McEwen, who said, Jackson Purdue, you feel this Las Vegas turf with your backside, and sat him down. He offloads it out the back. A quick pass to Tyson Frizzell, who drags in a couple of defenders and offloads it out the back. As we watch it here, as we see Brown gives it to McEwen. McEwen says, sit down, Purdue. He loses his footing, offloads it out the back. Frizzell has it, runs it at Lukey and Neem. He throws it out the back to Crosland. Crosland early ball to Smith. Smith inside ball to Ponga, and Ponga's away. He's got Lucas on the inside, Best on the outside. He hits Best on the outside. Too much speed for Scott Drinkwater. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. The Newcastle Knights are the first team to score in the second half, 16 points to 12 with a kick to come. Try confirmed.
Oh, it's just a play that didn't die, did it, bro? There were a couple of opportunities there. I mean, Jermaine McEwen slipping, Tyson Rizal looking like he was wrapped up, but gee whiz, give it to Ponga, who's been involved. He's been very effective this afternoon, man. And Bradman Best, he is a big game player. He is a big game scorer, bro. So I probably would have backed him to be an anytime try scorer this afternoon, man. But well done, Newcastle. They kept the ball alive, but that's a frustrating try, bro, because it should have died a couple times there, but they forced it and over they went.
I think it's just they got to wrap the ball up. Got to wrap the ball up there. The Cowboys, the second phase play, like you said, Sam. That that's why you'd be a bit upset. Hold on. I was just trying to see if there was an update. Oh, hold on. No, there hasn't anything from Fletcher Sharp just yet. I was seeing if there was going to be an update from that. But look at the crowd there in Allegiant Stadium, Sam. And what a quality contest that we've got here. Something's happened. Why is the delay? The score, TQPIND is 18 points to 12 in favor of the Newcastle Knights, but only 6.5 minutes transpired. And
chili chips, bro. Oh,
Jake Clifford, that kick would be perfect if it was in Australia, but this field is 5 meters shorter than a normal regulation NRL field. So that kick is unfortunately not good, and that is just not what the Cowboys wanted after conceding points. Dylan Brown is just way over the dead ball line, so don't need to worry about that. Anyway, that is not good, but for Newcastle fans, this is a time for you to strike, as now Sandon Smith gives the unders ball here to Matt Croker. Matt Croker plays the ball. Crosland at dummy half gives it to Sandon Smith. Sandon Smith throws a dummy, gets past the first tackle of Griffin Neame, but brought down around 12 meters out. Ponga's got his hands on the ball, gives it out the back to Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown out the back to Gagai, and lovely hands from the Gagai, and Dom Young's crosses untouched. And it is 22 points to 12, and the Newcastle Knights go back-to-back in a couple of minutes. It's Kalen Ponga, it's Dane Gagai, it's fleeting footwork and passing here from the outside man. Absolutely exceptional work here from the Newcastle Knights. Kalen Ponga, Dylan Brown, the stars are coming to play for the Newcastle Knights here in Vegas. And wowie, what a game we've got here to kick off this NRL season. Try confirmed, 22 points to 12 with the kick to come from Kalen Ponga. Sam.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang, mate. Well done. Well done, Newcastle Knights. I'm just, bugger me dead. Oh, well, they've given themselves a challenge here, the North Queensland Cowboys. So Jake Clifford will be putting in the short freaking kickoff. What are we looking at this for? Okay.
They're just rewatching the lovely interplay between the returning star in KP and the new signing DB.
I'm trying to. It's the first time this year I've been caught in a bit of a red mist, bro.
Oh, no.
Just a bit of a red mist.
I can understand the red mist, Sam. As a Cowboys fan, that would be extremely frustrating, to concede points and then to, compound it by kicking it out on the full and the upright, no good. So that's a positive for Cowboys fans. It is only a 10-point margin, 22 points to 12. But I think that the Cowboys can take away from this if they can regroup. Newcastle faded a bit at the back end of the second half, but they can't let this get away from them. The North Queensland Cowboys. There is still over 30 minutes.
That's exactly right.
But they must stay grounded, stay vigilant, and don't give up. There is still plenty of time to play. And please, Jake Clifford, do not kick this out on the full. Yeah, that was definitely like a stab there, but it's nearly got to the in goal anyway. Oh, mamma mia! Oh, shiver me timbers! Murray Taulagi has taken a disliking to Pasami Saulo and absolutely ironed him out, nearly taking him into the in goal. Holy
discipline,
Mother of Mary! The NFL players would love that sort of contact if they're there at Allegiant Stadium. What a hit! Ladies and gentlemen, I have lost my voice, and the excitement is now.
No.
Croker has sent it out to Best, and Best has lost that.
Knock on.
Best has lost it, and it is called.
All right.
Best is called. That is great work from the Cowboys, and that is why you do not give up and you keep tackling. Yes, Tahi, bro, it is absolutely packed, and my voice is absolutely F word as the Cowboys have got a chance to really strike back here. Sam. Oh,
yes, they do. Well, it would be this. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. It is what is required. So it's going to be a scrum here for the Cowboys on the Newcastle 40-meter line, or in between the 30 and the 40-meter line. Scrum is one. Marnie was at the back. He passes left to Clifford, and there's Big Griffin Neem outside of the scrum and taking the hit up, and they are about 31 meters away. And in the second half, the Cowboys are running right to left of screen. Drinkwater first receiver, right to Dearden. Then he found Tom Chester, and Chester's stopped just a couple of meters shy of the 20-meter line to the right-hand side. They're coming back left in field. Ruben Cotter, first receiver, just has the carry, gets some nice post-contact meters. Well done. He gets to the 10-meter line, and they are in a central position here. This is the third tackle. They go right. Tom Dearden, first receiver, dummies and takes the tackle himself. Tyson Frizzell was there to stop him. Fourth tackle, right of the post. Marnie runs back to the left-hand side. Sam McIntyre, first receiver. Six again. Clifford left on to Kai O'Donnell, and Kai O'Donnell is dumped onto the turf by Dan Gagai. But this is a fresh set here. Composure, boys. Marnie, right. And this here is Big Matt Lodge, and that is 4 and done door. Matt Lodge is on, and that is 4 and done for the Cowboys this afternoon. Marnie, right. That is Ruben Cotter, and Ruben Cotter, he's going to stand in the... No, he's eventually brought down there, and they're about 5-10 meters right of the posts. Third tackle, Marnie, where does he go? Flat ball for Matt Lodge. Matt Lodge could have squeezed out and reached out, but did not. Reed Marnie, fourth tackle. What do they do here? Marnie, left, did in. Left onto Clifford, able to beat one. He puts in the crossfield kick for Murray. Yes! What a beautiful kick there from Clifford. Great anticipation and run from Murray Taulagi. That is sick. That is the hit back that the Cowboys needed and wanted. Yeehaw!
Point to the spot.
Yes, thank you. Yes. What a feature that's going to be on the Door and Jaw stream this year.
I could even get a bit of a crowd.
Is there a question? Is there a question there of O'Donnell and McEwen? They just slowed it down there at that point, Door. I wonder if this... Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. No, okay. No, I'm just trying to make excuses for the Newcastle Knights, I suppose. Then I don't know what the hell I just saw, but no, it's good. It will be green lights. Try confirmed. Yep.
It is absolutely fine from all parties and everyone involved, Sam. No issues at all, my friend.
Yep.
But that is the big talking point, Sam. That is the big talking point, ladies and gentlemen. There will be no Mr. Robert Derby in Vegas, and there will be no Sony Luke. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you paid attention to the news, we're getting 80 minutes of Reed Marnie. Yes.
Boy. Thank you, man. TP Quinn, thank you, mate. And Tahi, bro, wow, man, absolutely. Now, Jake Clifford, it's pretty important. He's about 5 meters in from touch. He shoots.
Beautiful kick.
Beautiful
kick.
Well done. All right. Well, that's put a little bit more paprika back in my boots, bro. Yes. So that is 22 points to 18. Murray Taulagi's got himself a Vegas double. Oh, and what a game of footy this has been. 26 and a half minutes remain. Gee whiz, Jake Clifford's preseason bleeding into the regular season here. Clifford has been strong tonight. Maybe a couple of, passes or decisions that he'd like back, but no, he's been very good tonight. And Clifford, the man who kicked it out on the full, has got the try assist there from Murray Taulagi as Matt Lodge rumbles his way into the Newcastle Knights defense. He stopped right on the 10-meter line. Jake Clifford at dummy half. Passes right infield for Kai O'Donnell, who's now got some strapping wrapped around his melon. 22 points to 18. 26 minutes remain. Marnie goes right, and that is Sam McIntyre, who has arguably been the Cowboys' best here this afternoon. This is Matt Lodge now, his fourth touch in as many minutes now since he's come onto the paddock. Fourth tackle, Marnie. Kicks for a 40-20. It's a 40-20 attempt. Ponga, he's there.
Yes, lovely work there from KP at the back. Oh, and he nearly went through, but good defense there by Chester around the leg. Sam plays the ball. Smith at dummy half gives it to Greg the leg. So we've seen all four Cowboys players being used. Here comes Trey Mooney back on. I think he'll play the rest of the game now from here, Sam. I think Matt Croker's gone off, so we haven't seen a new fresh face for the Knights just as of yet. Oh my God, that's a knock on. Who threw that pass? That was an absolute. Oh, what's happened here?
Well, every time the game has come to a standstill, Matt Croker's been freaking involved, or he's been there in the frame. It's Crossland.
Who was Crossland through? That pass was shocking. Was an absolute shocking pass there.
Oh, come on, Matt Lodge.
That's all right. You got to go have a bit of that, bit of mongrel. It's good stuff. More of it, please.
Try predictor. A try predictor has Cowboys at 89%. Oh my God.
Lodgy.
Yes, go Lodgy. Yes, he is exactly what we required as well, man. A big bopper like him will be very useful for us in 2026 as Jake Clifford has the hit up and he's taken down about 20 meters out here, left of the post, and now Reed Marnie passes right infield, Drinkwater first receiver, out the back right to Dearden, dummies and takes the tackle. He stopped about 13 meters away from the try line. They're in the middle of the paddock and now Marnie comes left. This is McIntyre, left for Clifford, left for Drinkwater. What's happening here? Purdue taken down there by his opposite number, Dane Gagai. That's been really entertaining, that battle between he and Purdue. Reed Marnie first receiver, right to Drinkwater, running, floating, back under here for Dearden, and Dearden continues to pass. Back to Drinkwater. Drinkwater, can he offload? Yes, he does. Back to Matt Lodge, and that's good defense. Nice offload. That was forward, and for Newcastle Knights, bugger me dead.
What the flying beep was that from Jake Clifford? That is absolutely atrocious. How the hell have you... He's throwing it back, like trying to throw it backwards, and he's throwing it 5 meters forward. I'm speechless. Anyway, that could be costly there from Jake Clifford. I don't know what he was trying to do there. As Dylan Brown now takes a run. Good tackle by Jake Clifford, the man of the moment. As now Crosland out the back to Frizzell. Frizzell Smith now gives it to Lucas. I do love this Newcastle back row, Sam, of Lucas and McEwen, as now Kalen Ponga has the ball, takes on the line, tries to get past Lodge, offloads it out the back. Dylan Brown now has the ball in space. He needs to give it to his second rower, but decides to hold on to it and take the tackle. McEwen in at dummy half. Now Sandon Smith with a little dink over the top. Great kick from Sandon Smith, and well done there from Braden Burns to pick it up. He gets past one, he gets past two. And Braden Burns is finally brought down by Trey Mooney.
Oh, that was a dangerous fucking kick. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, that was a dangerous kick from Sandon Smith. Oh, gee whiz, that was a slip. Tom Chester has the hit up. Did in a dummy half left. Here's Helim Lukey, and Lukey's able to get to the 30-meter line. Third tackle now. 18 minutes gone in this in the second half, and Marnie at dummy half, left in field for Matt Lodge, and he's been involved very early, very, very quickly. He's only been on for 5 minutes, and that's probably his sixth touch. Marnie scoots to the right-hand side, over halfway, and makes about 10 meters or so. Well done. Scott Drinkwater, I think that is, gets to dummy half, passes left to Clifford. Oh, he had to lean down and get it, but puts the ball up sky high, and Young will take it with no pressure.
Oh, great work, Ruben Cotter. He hasn't had his best game, but you can never fault his effort and his ticker. That's an exceptional ankle tap there and pressure. Well done, Dearden and Marnie to follow it up. Good run, though, by Marzu. Smith in a dummy half. KP getting his hands on the ball. Ponga. Good defense, though, there by Tom Chester. Brings Ponga down inside his own 30. Plays the ball, tackle 3. Now Dylan Lucas is on. Dylan Lucas is brought down now by Reed Marnie. Crosland plays the ball, and now Thomas Kant is on the field. There's the four. The four are used for Newcastle. Kant is gone down, and now it's last tackle, and Sandon Smith gets it and kicks it long, kicks it high, but kicks it down Drinkwater's throat. He brings it back.
Drinkwater.
And Drinkwater's brought it down just on his own 20-meter line, Sam.
Oh, boy. Next points, man. It could be what decides it. It's so tight at the moment with 20 minutes to go. That's fair enough. He hasn't played friggin' much footy over the past 12 months or so. Now, Dearden at dummy half gives it to Taulagi, and that's an effective carry from him. Taulagi plays the ball. Purdue at dummy half. Passes right in field for Matt Lodge. What's up?
Taulagi looked like he was hobbling. He's hobbling a bit there. Murray Taulagi out on the edge.
Man, Dearden, Scott Drinkwater. Oh, knock on by Burns. Oh, that was a fatigued error, bro. That was a fatigue error from Burnsy. Oh, bugger me dead. Well, that would come at the worst possible time for Murray Taulagi for his hamstring to twinge again, man. Oh, that was a fatigued error.
Not exactly. Yeah, not exactly sure what's... Yeah, so Sharp could come back, but I don't think he will, but he could come back because they've obviously used their four, so... And ladies and gentlemen, Connor's fantasy pod, Jermaine McEwen, is going to be playing 80 minutes. Yes, lovely. Well, it looks like that way anyway. As now Thomas Kant is in the middle of the field, Sam. He could move out to the edge later, so McEwen might not get 80 minutes, so that could age awfully. But McEwen's look good. Oh, my God, that's a great offload by Mooney, but Saifidi was not ready. But he makes up the meters he probably would have lost. They basically lost from the offload, Sam. So good effort there by Saifidi. Smith out the back to KP. Lovely hands. That's forward. And knocked on anyway.
Oh, just the past couple of minutes, the Newcastle Knights, man, the passes are getting a little bit loose, and yeah, it's just for both teams, really, man. I really feel like that this is going to be won by Jake Clifford somehow, man. It's going to be 1-1 lost by Jake Clifford. And I'm riding Jake Clifford early on this year because of how much we all backed him instead of having Purdue in at the halves. And, you know, there's an opportunity there for Todd Payton to be proven right and or wrongs. And Clifford's right there teetering on the edge for me. Taulagi wanted to tap. He was doing a one-man hopping, dancing act there for a moment, but Clifford's got the ball in hand now. Taumalolo is back out there on the paddock as well.
I think Helam Lukey will win the game and score a double.
Clifford's been involved in some moments, man, or in this second half already, you know,
anyway. Helam Lukey, close to the try line. Good night.
Well, Dor is calling for a Lukey try, and he's just won me hard as well. All right, so Kai O'Donnell plays the ball. Reed Marnie passes right. Taumalolo is back out there, and he has a good carry that gets the Cowboys to about 12 meters out. Reed Marnie, second tackle, right to Dearden. Dearden, right to that man, Lukey. Go. And he's wrapped up there. Reed Marnie passes left. Scott Drinkwater, first receiver. Left onto Dearden. Left onto Clifford. Clifford left to Purdue. He spins and he's taken down there by Dylan Brown. Fourth tackle. Oh, Taulagi scoots from dummy half. Good question. I don't mind that decision there from Murray Taulagi. It was a bit scattered there for a moment for Newcastle, but this is the last. Purdue, right to Clifford. Right to Dearden. Now Drinkwater running. About the back to Chester. It's come off Dominic Young's chest, though. What's the call? Not played at?
Greg Marzu's chest.
Oh, Greg Marzu. Oh, I apologize. Oh, gee whizzes. I'm sorry.
No, he's definitely played at it. He had to. It was either Chester was scoring or the Burns was going in untouched.
Yep.
Marzu was in no man's land as we have a look at the lovely dreadlocks of the security guard in Las Vegas there. As Big Lodgy. Come on, Sam, focus.
All right. Well, okay. Yes, I apologize. All right. So Lodge plays the ball, Marnie. Scooting. Oh, taken down there. And this is the second tackle right in front of the post. Taumalolo, a dummy half. Passes left to Drinkwater, first receiver. Left onto Clifford. He holds up his run and good tackle. All right. So third tackle, 10 meters out. They're left of the post. Purdue at dummy half. He passes right to Drinkwater, who puts the foot down a bit before giving it to Taumalolo. Gee whiz, this would be awesome for Taumalolo to score. He hasn't scored in a few years. Marnie right to Dearden. Back under here for Ruben Cotter.
It's here now.
Last tackle right in front of the post, 22-18, 16 to go. Marnie goes right, Dearden, dummies, backing his way to the try line, and that's going to be good defense from the Knights. Now, discipline Cowboys. Oh, dear.
Nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, goodness me. Tom Chester, that could have been ugly. Luckily, you were the first man in, not Tyson Frizzell. Good run there by Bradman Best. Good defense by Lodge and Reed Marnie. Now, go Greg Marzou for another run. Reed Marnie is just, oh, man, I absolutely love Reed Marnie. He is a treasure that the Cowboys can have him returning home. Good defense there by good run from Ponga. Gets through a couple, looking for the offload, but good defense by the Cowboys. KP's continuing to look dangerous as Trey Mooney just tucks it under the wing and runs straight and hard. It was probably looking for an offload there, I think, Mooney, but there wasn't really anyone paying attention, really, Sam. So he held on to it as Ponga kicks it long and hard, and it's taken by Drinkwater at the back, who quickly gives it to Braden Burns, Sam.
And he's gotten himself up. Oh, gee, there was no contact there for a moment, wasn't there? And Burns will play the ball about 25 out from his own try line. And this here, that is Tom Chester with a good carry up over the 30-meter line. He's warming up to the game, Chester. I liked what he's done in the second half so far. And Murray Taulagi, he can't do any wrong in my eyes. He is my favourite player up in North Queensland. Purdue at dummy half, passes right. Oh, Cohen Hess is back out there. Makes about 8 metres or so and gets to the 40-metre line of Newcastle. And Marnie passes left infield for Tamalolo, and he puts Crossland on the seat of his pants, but he's eventually wrapped up there. So this here is the last tackle. They're 30 metres out. Marnie goes left. Clifford puts in a right-footed bomb. And the chase isn't great from the Cowboys, and it's Clifford that does tackle Young.
Yeah, Cowboys have just got to keep defending well and keep them down here. Newcastle probably need like a penalty or some really good runs. Gagai plays the ball. Now Bradman Best. And Best is brought down. Good defense there by Hess and Lukey and Tamalolo. Smith now at dummy half gives it to Dylan Lucas, who Reed Marnie just slipped over, but was able to hold on to the tackle. Now Smith now gives it to Kant. Newcastle are very bunched, Sam. I'm not sure if you're seeing this as well, but Newcastle at the moment, very bunched all together there in the middle of the field. Dylan Brown gets it here on the last. He kicks it long, kicks it high, but doesn't really have the meterage that he would probably have liked as Drinkwater gets it at the back. He's scheming. Lovely ball there to Jackson Percy. Percy gets past the first Gagai, but Gagai's there and gets in the second time around, Sam.
Yeah, you can see it that they're starting to win the territory battle now, the North Queensland Cowboys. Their discipline is treating them, or they're doing well with their discipline, and their defense is going good. Now, Marnie left for Murray Taulagi, who puts on the step and enters Newcastle territory. And there is the third tackle. 13 minutes remain. Cowboys inside Newcastle territory, and Taumalolo straight and hard. Taumalolo probably looking for the offload there, but good defense to wrap it up. They're about 31 metres away. Marnie left, Clifford at the back left for Drinkwater. Flat ball there for O'Donnell, and O'Donnell enters the 20-metre zone of the Newcastle Knights, but this is the last tackle now. Marnie goes left down the short side with Clifford and then gave it to Purdue. And was it knocked down by Dom Young?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Clifford. All right, Purdue. All right, Cowboys. Less than 13 to go now. 22-18. You're still calling for a Lukey Marnie special? Or a Marnie Lukey special? Yep.
Well, Lukey, the recipient of something.
Yes.
But even the Newcastle is so bunched, Sam. I think they're starting to tire Newcastle, and I really think that someone like a Reed Marnie or something like that could maybe even have a little scoot. Newcastle basically put like half their back line into the scrum just quietly.
And the scrum is fed. Marnie goes right to Dearden. Had to reach up and catch it. Oh, he gave it to Hess back under, and good run from him. Marnie at dummy half. They go to the right-hand side. It's fast here. It's for Lukey. Oh, and Lukey's getting dragged closer towards that sideline, but he's eventually stopped there with some help from Braden Burns. Second tackle. Pass left infield for Marnie, first receiver. Here is Hess. Hess driving. Oh, good run from him again. Marnie gets a dummy half, third tackle. Left for Taumalolo, first receiver. Left onto Clifford. Left to Drinkwater. Left to Purdue. Batted to Taulungi, and Taulungi has gone over the sideline. He actually wasn't over the sideline. He gave himself up a bit, and Pong is absolutely fired up, bro.
Yeah, well, it's a good couple of back-to-back defensive stands from the Newcastle Knights, Sam.
But yeah, Taulungi was play on for him, and he's given himself up. Or did he? Or did he? Or did he?
He didn't go out.
So
Drinkwater goes out anyway, so even if it wasn't.
Yeah.
I know the original wrong call, Sam, but it didn't matter in the end because like the play still transpired. As that was a very flat pass to Tyson Frizzell. I'm trying to keep my head around about all the changes that potentially could be happening for Newcastle, and I think McEwen might have actually gone off the field potentially. I'm not exactly. Yeah, it looks like Kant's moved out to the edge here, so McEwen still played 60-odd minutes, so not too bad. I think he got like 30-odd points, so not the worst. Sandon Smith now gives it to Dylan Lucas.
Oh, that's a bit high from Lukey. Jesus, that was close.
Yeah, it was very close, very close. I'm with you. As Ponga gets it on the last, puts it up.
Come on, Drinky.
And Drinkwater takes it nicely at the back, Sam. There's 10 minutes to go. Here we go. 22 points to 18.
And this is Burns now with the hit up. Let's start playing some really attractive footy here in Las Vegas now. Matt Lodge has this hit up and he gets up over the 10-meter line. It's third tackle. There's a problem there potentially for Saifidi. Maybe just a burner, but we'll get back to him in a moment. Murray Taulungi now has the hit up. No, he's going to be right. It's just going to be a burner there for Saifidi. Marnie now passes right to Chester. Chester beats two. An offload would have been good there, but this is the last tackle. Marnie right to Clifford. Clifford, he's just got to kick it. Kicks it more high than long, and Ponga's going to take it comfortably.
Chase through. Ponga scheming. Good defense there by Purdue, and McIntyre has just come back onto the field after a bit of a break. And Reed Marnie, look at him. He hasn't stopped. The Terrier, the Bull Terrier, Reed Marnie, he's just kept going all day. As Brown now gives it to Smith. Smith now gives it to Lucas, and good contact there, I believe, by Cohen Hess on Dylan Lucas. Lucas plays the ball. Crosland now gives it to Saifidi. Good tackle again there, this time by Kai O'Donnell. Plays the ball. Crosland now gives it to Frizzell. Smith now gives it. Oh, no.
Oh, gee. Willikers, was that high? Was it? Oh, no. Holy smokes, Burnsy. Oh, that was a crunching tackle. I hope it wasn't high for everybody's freaking sake. Oh, Jesus. Uh-oh.
He's gone. That's gone. That's gone and could be some weeks as well. I know he's falling, but there's a swinging arm right and flush contact to the head. The read was absolutely perfect from Braden Burns. Yeah. He did everything right. It's just the contact. Yeah, he's gone. He's in the bin for 10.
And look, if you don't mind, man, he's getting sent to the sin bin when Tyson Frizzell wasn't. That pisses me off as a Cowboys fan, bro. The sin bin is warranted. I'm fine with it. But
yeah. Yeah, Braden Burns is a great bloke. It's just unfortunately just gone wrong there. But no, I do agree with you that with that Tyson Frizzell one earlier in the game. But hey, that's only 4 points. The Cowboys just need to hold on here, and then anything can happen. Anything can happen here. As Bravin Best now gives it to Sandon Smith, and Smith gives it to Saifidi. Still 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Plenty of time. Crosland now gives it to Brown. Brown unders ball to Trey Mooney. Mooney driving the legs, and it's brought down around 38 meters out. Crosland now gives it to Brown. Brown gives it to Ponga. Ponga takes on the line. and is brought down just outside of just inside the Cowboys 30-meter line. Gagai gives it to Brown. Brown out the back to Smith. Smith, short ball there to Dylan Lucas. Good defense there by McIntyre. Right around the legs. Beautiful tackle. Lucas plays the ball. Crosland now gives it to Brown. Brown scheming through the middle of the field, stepping off the left, off the right. But he's brought down by Tom Dearden. Crosland gives it to Smith on the last. Smith goes up. It's a shallow kick. Dom Young gives the pass, and Trey Mooney, Trey Mooney of all people, has come to the rescue and scored. I don't think he scored in 252 games, Trey Mooney.
He's my breakout player for 2026 for the Newcastle Knights, but I didn't want him to break out this game.
Oh, mate, I've got to give Trey Mooney his flowers there. It's
of course, man. Of course.
And no, I'm not saying anything against you. I'm just saying, like, it's a prop forward doing a fullback's role and backing up from the kick. Like, that's just those little extra 1%ers that all you can ask from a player. And I think that shows just the quality of player. And like you said, Sam, like your breakout player as to... So I look at him. Look, where's Ponga? He's not there. But Trey Mooney's right there playing that fullback role and right there on the spot. Cohen Hess tries his best. Beautiful tackle around the legs, but there's no one else there to support. And Trey Mooney crosses over.
Former New South Wales under-19s representative, a player that a lot of people have been talking about for many years and didn't quite get the opportunity at the Raiders. And well and truly, I like Trey Mooney as a player. I do. I want him to succeed, man. So that's fantastic. That is a brilliant moment for Trey Mooney. He scored a very famous try against the Newcastle Knights in the elimination final a few years ago in 2023. And that's maybe the biggest moment of his career right there, getting what could be the match sealing try for the Newcastle Knights door.
Plenty of time left. Sam. Still over 6 minutes of action here. Cowboys just need a good kickoff, good defensive set, and then go for it. Hell for leather. As we can see, the Dragons preparing for this next game. We're probably not going to be able to stick around very long, ladies and gentlemen, post this game. We'll probably move straight to the next game and give you a preview of that one. The link will be up. Make sure you're staying on Wobblin Jaw Sports, just refreshing. It's already all there to go. And Sam and I will be live very soon at the completion of this game. The Cowboys have gone for the short kickoff. And Bramman Best has taken it cleanly, but he's brought down beautifully by Helium Lukey. Smith now, dummy half, gives it to Frizzell. Frizzell's now brought down by Marnie, Tamalolo, and O'Donnell. Crosland now, dummy half, gives it to Thomas Kahn, and Kahn runs. He's brought down there by, I think, Lodge, Clifford, and O'Donnell. Crosland now gives it to Brown. Brown takes on the line, but he's brought down. Gagai gives it to Smith. Smith out the back to Frizzell. Frizzell to Ponga. Ponga to Dylan Lucas. Good defense there by Lukey, McIntyre, and Dearden. Last tackle. Just outside the Cowboys 30. Ponga's getting it, a bit of a banana kick infield here. They've batted it back there from Newcastle. Frizzell's got it. Still play on. Still last tackle. Sandon Smith's got it. He gets it. He dabbles it through. And Clifford's getting it.
Clifford.
Well done, Clifford. He does well and stays in the field of play, Sam.
All right, 100 meters to keep the Cowboys alive, and Jackson Purdue's got the ball. And if anyone can go coast to coast, it is this young man who does make an effective 10 meters there. Taulagi at dummy half, feigned to go right, but went back left, and he makes 10 meters, getting to the 20-meter line there. This is third tackle, Purdue at dummy half. They're all so buggered out there, every single player. Tom Dearden was dummying and running and makes about 5 meters. And fourth tackle here, Reed Marnie, probably the Cowboys' best here this afternoon as the ball goes to Clifford, left on to Purdue, and Purdue is smashed brought down to terra firma there. And Reed Marnie at dummy half passes right to Scott Drinkwater. He's going to run. He does beat one. He beats the second. He puts in a crossfield kick for Tom Chester, who does pick it up on the bounce. And very nice. Oh, it is 6 again. Well, this is the chance. My goodness gracious. What a friggin' piece of luck that was. Hesh
Good
now
run.
from the Knights 40 gets to the Knights 30. A little bit beyond it now. Under 4 minutes remain. Reed Marnie finds Jason Talmolo, who stops and props on his run and goes hammer and tong. They're about 15 meters out from a central position. Third tackle. Marnie right. Dearden right to Clifford out the back. That's the first time he's found himself out there on the right edge now. But what do? Fourth tackle, 5 meters away. Marnie left. Dearden left for Drinkwater, left on for O'Donnell, and that's a good tackle from Dylan Brown. Defensively, he's been tremendous today. Now, Marnie puts in the grubber kick, and it's got too much Milo. All that just broke down in the end. Bugger.
Yeah, the in goal's not as big as what they normally would be, but I think even if they weren't, it was still a bit heavy. Anyway, there's still a chance they have to score the next set, and then they'll probably get a few tackles to potentially try and win the game. As now Cohen Hess, who's been great since he's come back on for his second stint, brings down Thomas Kahn on his own 40-meter line. Crosland now gives it to Frizzell. It gives it to Mooney. Now gives it to Brown. Murray Taulagi intercepts it.
Oh, boy. Taulagi got brought down on his head, didn't he? Get off him. Get off him. Send Frizzell to the sin bin for F's sake. Burnt you out of dummy half. Take you down on the 10-meter line. This is the final chance for the Cowboys. Alrighty, but patience, though. Just a fraction of patience here. Tamalolo's got the ball right in the center of the paddock. And this is going to be tackle one. Oh, Frizzell, get off him. He has been a pain in the freckle this afternoon. Marnie goes right. Dearden, out the back to Drinkwater. Cut out right to Chester. Flicked back to McIntyre. Intercepted by Crossland, and he's tearing away down the paddock.
I just think they didn't need to force that. And like Chester's run on the on the horizontal on the 45 towards the corner, and he's just giving himself nothing. Now, Sandon Smith gives it to Dom Young. Dom Young scheming across the field. He gets rid of one, gets rid of two, but can't get rid of Kai O'Donnell. Good defense. Brown at dummy half gives it to Cant. Cant tries to get rid of Reed Marnie, but can't do so, and Clifford is there to help out. Fourth tackle. Still time. Now Trey Mooney's got it here on fourth, and he's brought down. Plays the ball. Crosland now gives it to Ponga. Ponga kicks it high, kicks it long, and it's taken beautifully by Scott Drinkwater at the back. But they've got to do something, and they've got to do it quick, being down 10 points. That's probably nearly another 6 again. As you take it away, Sam.
If they score inside the next 40 seconds, they got to decline the kick and
go for the draw.
Yeah. Tom Dearden. Dummy half. There's 35 seconds remaining. Drinkwater on the 30, left to Clifford, left on to O'Donnell, playing in a center position. He's leaking, yes, indeed. Purdue right to Marnie, first receiver. Hess is there, and Hess is up to halfway. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, now it is. Oh, 14 seconds remaining.
Leaking.
Oh, gee whiz, high contact indeed. Well, this is the 5th NRL game played in Las Vegas. No, it's not. Is it 4th? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4th. Yeah, so this is the 5th game that's been played in Las Vegas. And I got to say, Dor, I'm trying to keep me biased glasses off, but I think this has been the best Las Vegas game. Just NRL games. I think this has been the best Las Vegas game that we've seen since its inception, man. And it's been knocked back. Ponga, I think rightfully has the ball for the final play. And congratulations to the Newcastle Knights. They are 2018 28-18 victors in Las Vegas. As a Cowboys fan, can't ask for more. That was a very stern effort from the boys. Very proud of the effort. Well done, Newcastle Knights. Well done, Cowboys. I think that's the best Las Vegas game that we have seen since its inception.
It's a great fixture. It was, Sam. One of the great ones. I think what was it? Was it Penrith Cronulla or whatever? That was a good game.
That was a good one. Yep.
But yeah, no. The Holbrook era in Newcastle starts with a bang, and yeah, Dylan Brown, Trey Mooney play big parts coming to Newcastle in there. In the Knights' round 1 victory there against the Cowboys. But like Sam alluded to, the Cowboys never gave up. They were up against it early. They came back, squared it up. And then, look, you think about it maybe at the end there, if, Braden Burns didn't take him high or something like that, it didn't happen on his side of the field anyway. It wasn't a numbers thing that, was the reason that they've lost this game. It just, I think Newcastle just were able to get it done in the crucial moments. And look, Newcastle would be very, very, very happy, I guess, being able to get it done with their best player, who was absolutely killing it in the first 26 minutes, didn't end up coming back on. So look, fantasy-wise, some great performances. Kalen Ponga, outstanding, 78 points. So if you got on KP, he was outstanding. Big Trey Mooney, rewarded owners, 62 points. Big Lukey, look, he went into the halftime as the leader, the clubhouse leader, finished in second place with 65 points. So he was great. Dylan Lucas, ever reliable fantasy gun, 60 points from him. Played the full 80. Reed Marnie, very positive performance from him. Played the full 80, got over 50. Dylan Brown got 43 points. Not the end of the world there from Dylan Brown. And McEwen, it's probably the other big name. He got 36 points in 68 minutes. And I think Drinkwater was probably the only real disappointment. Chester ended up with 36, so pretty good for a real base cheapie or just below or just above base cheapie and Tom Chester. Yeah, Drinkwater, the real disappointment, only 19 fantasy points, but he did go off for a little while. So yes, Newcastle Knights are victorious in round 1 of the NRL season in Las Vegas, 28 points to 18. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into this game. But I really do plead and hope that you guys can come to the next one. We've got the Bulldogs taking on the Dragons, so look forward to seeing you in that one.
Thank you, everybody. Take care. Adios.
Thanks, guys.